Yes, yes. You fight to live, you do not live to fight. Indeed. We walk back home. Just as we're trying to get on the bus... I'd prefer to walk home. Saber finally voices a preference. The winds are picking up. The brilliant sunset paints the bridge red. Oh. Saber notices something, stops and looks over the bridge into the river. She's looking at a mountain of rubble. I say it's a mountain, but the pile isn't really that high. Steel frames and other things are piled up just a little below the water level, and it's only slightly disturbing the flow of the river. I don't know what happened, but some boat probably sank, then pieces of it drifted here. I hear some of the neighboring residents have been complaining, trying to get rid of the pile since it's so unsightly. What is it, Saber? Did that catch your attention? It is nothing. Only noticed that it is still there. You see, I caused that. During the previous war, I was forced to do battle over the water, and I had to use my noble phantasm. The only damages were the river drying up, but unfortunately, it also struck a ship that was anchored there. Well, hold on. Step back. You dried up the whole river? What? How? That's... Oh, okay. Right, remember. Saber, as cute as a girl as she may be, is very scary when she wants to be. Don't forget that. Huh? Struck with Excalibur? Yes, fortunately there was nobody on board, and the damage was minimal. The river has gone back to normal, so I believe there's nothing to be upset over. Well, I feel bad about it, and regret it. I should be more careful. When we use Excalibur, I need to be mindful to use it somewhere that there's a lot of open space, like out here. Shiro, you so mad? No, I'm not mad. I was just surprised. Plus, it's a reminder that there are still remnants from the previous war. Compared to the wasteland at the Central Park, the amount of rubble in this river is nothing. Though, I guess the ship's owner might not have come out of that so great. Please do not worry too much. Katsugi said the boat's owner had insurance, and they originally parked the ship with the intention of using it as a cushion to dampen the river's flow. The ship acted as a wall that mitigated the damage from my noble phantasm. Does that mean you destroyed the ship knowing it was there for that purpose? I was not aware. Katsugi had that prepared without my knowing. Oh. Huh. He must have been able to predict the battle would turn out. I did not know because he did not say a word before or after he prepared the boat. And then Saber looks down at the river, probably thinking back to that earlier Holy Grail war. The surface of the water glitters with reflected sunlight. The wind coming from the river flutters Saber's hair. She's so beautiful. Saber, did you have fun today? I'm suddenly scared Saber's going to disappear, so I ask a question. It's probably better not to voice. Come again? Did you say something, Shiro? I did. I asked if you had fun today. I hold my breath. Saber looks a little confused. Yes, I would be lying if I said none of it was new to me. She says it fondly. Like she knows she'll never have another day like this. Which is exactly why I already knew her answer. The only thing left for me to do is nod in agreement, and then walk her home. At the least, things can still go back to normal if I leave it at that. I see. I look at Saber and nod. Then, let's come again. We'll have other chances to do something like this. It's maybe a dangerous thing to say? Oh. Saber's expression hardens. I think she realizes what I'm trying to say. She looks directly at me and sadly shakes her head. There will not be a second time. Dang. Got rejected for the second date. This happened today, and that's where it'll stay. Why not? I know exactly what Saber's going to say. I know I won't be satisfied with her answer, but I ask anyway. I need not explain. Servants exist only to fight. What I did today is only me denying what I am. I obeyed only because you determined we need rest. But from here on, there is no need for me to rest. There are only a few enemies left. Should you order me, I can leave and search for Lancer right now. She focuses on me, eyes blazing with her fighting spirit. Saber is saying that she can head into battle any time if she's ordered to. And that really sets off my anger. What the hell? You really that eager for a fight? Of course. The more I fight, the closer I get to the Holy Grail. Battle's our priority. I thought you understood that. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense. I've been wanting to tell you. You're contradicting yourself. You keep saying fighting is important, but you've never once thought you wanted to fight. You had no other choice, so you're just fighting because you're forced to. What? That's not true. Don't hesitate to fight. I've told you that I will do anything to win. Yeah, she did say that. But that doesn't mean she likes fighting. As long as you can manage, right? Listen, Saber. If all you needed to do was defeat the other masters to get the Holy Grail, you'd have done that already by attacking innocents, like Ryder. But you won't do that. That is because it's not that you don't want to involve innocent people. You know very well that people die in battle. That's right. That's why you want to minimize the fighting. Once you start fighting, people die, which is why you want to end it as quickly as possible. In other words, you're just scared of there being casualties in these battles. Saber's eyes grow wide, like she's seen a ghost, but quickly narrow. She grits her teeth. You're wrong. I'm not afraid of fighting. Yeah, you're right. Probably haven't been afraid from the start. But that's only because you squashed all your own feelings, like fear, beneath your duty and dignity as a king. Ridiculous. And yet, you don't want to fight. You were just good at it. It's not a talent you actually wanted. Look, I'm going to be blunt. You're not fit to fight. You never wanted to take up the sword in the first place. You're just saying it's what you want as a way to talk yourself into actually doing it. On top of that, why didn't anyone around her, even herself, figure it out and just say something? Shiro, I brook no further insult, even from you. You can't stand it because it's the truth. If you admitted it, you'd never be able to fight again. I hear a grinding sound. Saber's glaring at me, trying to hold back her anger. I can't back down now. I know I'm right. I can't back down. So you should stop. You wanted to stop. You know you're not fit to hold a sword to fight, so just quit. Stop being a servant and do something that suits you better. It's not too late for her to try to find whatever real human happiness she's always wanted. And for that, I would... Do not be ridiculous. The only option is to fight. I am here only to obtain the Holy Grail. I offered my entire self to protect the vow I made as king. I can do nothing else. That's... She's just an object seeking to obtain the Holy Grail. That's what ticked me off the most. Why does she talk like she's only trying to convince herself? Everyone around her took her at her word because she kept insisting on stuff like this. You idiot! That's not true! There are plenty of other ways to live your life. You're here in this age now. It's not like back when you were alive. You should try to live your life for yourself. Don't make the mistake of using the Holy Grail. What I say next is what I hope for most. Forget about the Holy Grail. Don't use it for anyone else. You're here. You need to live here happily. My ears pick up the sound of wind. Saber doesn't answer. She doesn't nod. She only looks straight in my eyes. I cannot agree. I formed a contract to obey you. I did not give you my heart, Master. Saber speaks slowly and clearly. I will not break my vow as a king. I have a responsibility to fulfill my duty. King Arthur's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail. Even if that were finished, I will never go back to being Altria. My wish remains unchanged. From the moment I drew the sword, my vow could never change. What are you talking about? That's not what you really need to do. You will never be rewarded for what you did, and that's wrong. You don't need the Holy Grail. Besides, Saber's wish won't come true. It's already happened, can't be changed. Saber, you can't redo something that's already happened. Or at least you shouldn't. I know you've already figured that out. No, that is absolutely. And I'm going to tell you. No matter how bad it ended up, you can't change what's happened. Asking for a do-over just because you didn't get the result you wanted is the way of a spoiled kid acts. Ooh. We are at an impasse. Saber doesn't say anything more, and I don't have any more to say. The sound of the wind stops. Or rather, it pauses for a moment. An instant later, it picks back up. Just as I feel the wind on my cheek. I thought you of all people would understand. It becomes the headwind. Is that all you have to say after wasting our day? Her voice is cold. I hear only rejection in it. How arrogant. What knowledge can you claim to possess that lets you understand me? You have no right to involve yourself in my affairs. Ordering me not to fight? An untrained master like you, who's so reliant on my protection, has no right to talk. You should keep such drivel to yourself until you are able to fight for yourself. Though I am unsure whether that will ever happen. No, this isn't just drivel. It most assuredly is. Think only of myself? I could say the same for you. You place no value upon your own life. You say that I am wrong while doing the very same thing. Only the dead think of prioritizing the lives of others. How can a complete fool who does not know the value of their own life spout such nonsense? Saber, why, you... Did I strike a nerve? I would be happy to dissolve our contract right now. You have no desire for the Holy Grail in any case. I will defeat the remaining masters and obtain the Holy Grail alone. If you do not want to fight, then you need only hide. Saber, are you serious? My voice trembles. My teeth are rattling. I'm angrier than I realized. Of course, my only goal is attaining the Holy Grail. Nothing else is important to me. And you, Shiro, are no exception. Ooh. I struggle to breathe. I try to fight the blackness encroaching on my vision. Try to get my heart beating again. You idiots! Fine, if you're that eager to fight, go do it yourself. I don't care anymore. I can't keep my emotions under control. Yeah, it's some sort of lame excuse, then turn and run. I run away from her. And for an instant, I think I see Saber just standing there, dumbfounded. Oof. Yeah, I think we messed up. Damn it! Just run. I don't know why I'm mad, only that I am. So I run it off in a fit of rage. Nothing else is important to me. And you, Shiro. No exception. I grit my teeth. Honestly, I'm getting dizzy just thinking back on what she said. I'm so unfocused that I might run into a pole or something. Well, it would be easy if I could do that. If I was only angry at Saber, I should have taken it out on her like an idiot and just been done with it. But something else caused my fit of rage. I'm not mad at Saber. I'm so frustrated that I keep running and I don't allow myself to catch my breath because I know I'm a spineless good-for-nothing. Saber just stands there, gaping at me. I heard her faintly, just as the wind changed directions. I thought you of all people would understand. Damn, the hell I would know that, you idiots! I made to regret my words. I nearly trip. What did those words mean? It sounded like parting words, but also like she'd been about to cry? Now that I think back, that was probably the only honest thing she'd said. She'd hung her head as she muttered that to me. Her voice was a mixture of expectation, disappointment, and pleading. Then, who was the betrayer? And who was betrayed? Are we all Judases here? Maybe. I run into my room and slam the sliding door. I flop onto the floor, arms and legs splayed. I'm tired of standing. I just want to lie down and go right to sleep. But even when I lie down, my body's on fire. My heart feels like it's about to burst and my lungs are desperate to take in oxygen. I ran back here at full speed, not even pausing once. So I can't blame my body for the discomfort. I feel like I still haven't run enough, but my body is telling me to slow down. It takes a bit, but I manage to calm down. I take a deep breath, hold it, then release it. After my breathing calms down, there's just one thing left swirling in my head. And it's a simple question. What am I really angry about? It's not really something I need to think about. I was running because I know I'm helpless. I can't help Saber. It's so frustrating. I'm angry with myself. I can't do anything. I said I was going to make her smile. I decided to protect Saber, but I couldn't do anything, and that's making me so angry. But what can I do? If Saber doesn't even want happiness, there's no point in someone else trying to get involved. That's why I tried to help Saber find happiness on her own. But she told me those efforts were futile. Even called me an idiot. A fool who doesn't even know the value of his own life, huh? What do I do with all that? I value my life, and I don't want to do anything to end it. And my life has nothing to do with Saber. Bringing my circumstances into this wasn't fair. No matter how stupid I am, I know for sure that Saber's wrong. But when she outright rejects me like that, there's not really anything I can do. Damn. Ugh. She can do whatever the hell she wants. I roll over to lay flat on my face. Now all I see is the tatami mat, so I might as well close my eyes and empty my mind. I don't care what happens to Saber. If the Holy Grail is so important, then she should just marry it. If she is going to be this stubborn after I've told her this so many times, I should just stay out of it, or I'll end up getting burned. Actually, I might not get out of that mess with only a burn. I might actually get really hurt. Who knows, perhaps even die. Hell? Already gotten hurt. This is worse than just getting burned. I met her, fought with her multiple times, and to survive, I saw into the depths of her heart in a moment of incredible intimacy. I remember her heart, the light deep inside her. I don't know why I'm remembering this right now. There's a faraway and grassy field, memories of a girl left behind. The moment I think back to that beauty, nothing matters anymore. What Saber says doesn't matter. You're just the thing to fight? Then don't expose your own weakness, for crying out loud. Saber's just unfair. I don't know what exactly is unfair about her, but I know something is. Angry as I am, can't hate her. The more to forget her, the harder it gets. It's all tangled up. Damn. So the person who falls in love just gets screwed over. But I can't help it. I can't give up no matter how many times she tells me it's useless. I just have to see it through to the end. I thought you of all people would understand. I remember her face there, on the verge of tears. Does that mean... will she make that face every time I do something like this? But I can't. No matter what happens, I can't agree. I'm going to keep doing this, even if I'm wrong. If she's really important to me, I'll never apologize to her. That's not really a great foundation for a relationship. Even if I'm wrong, I don't apologize. Never show weakness. Never show weakness to your girlfriend. Never apologize. You're always in the right, even when you're in the wrong. Shiro, lovely relationship advice. I think I hear a sound. No, I mean, there's something you said about not being a total pushover, and, like, you know, if you believe strongly in something, you know, you gotta argue your point respectfully, but get them to at least see your perspective so you can come to a mutual agreement about how to proceed forward. Right? The person who never relents is honestly not much worse than the person who always relents. Right? You can't just be a doormat either in a relationship. Anyways, I'm not sure when the sun set, but the room's gone dark. The ticking of the clock is getting annoying. Hey, how long are you gonna sleep? I need you to wake up, for crying out loud. Huh? You keep saying you need to wake up. It's already past 10. Ellie won't shut up about how hungry she is, so you need to wake up and deal with this. She sounds upset. I snap to full wakefulness. It's past 10? I jump up. Yep, it's 10:17 to be exact. It's way too late for dinner. Tosaka stands over me, looking annoyed. Just sorry, I fell asleep. How about soon, sir? Wait in the living room? Sure, calling out my own failings recently. Dang. Now this is some ludonarrative synchronicity. Well, actually, that's not technically the right term because ludonarrative is referring to game mechanics versus game story, but something. Oh, the Ravens lost? You know what? I'm not a Bills fan, but between the Ravens and the Bills, I probably actually prefer the Bills winning that game. Just due to my other allegiances. Well, regardless, I hope we can all agree. Let's just hope that the Bills beat the Chiefs next week. if they're the ones that are going to the AFC Championship game. Anyways, that's fine, but where's Saber? Yeah, I guess, come to think of it, if I had to reschedule the Fate Stay Night stream, maybe putting it in direct competition with what was supposed to be slated for the most kind of interesting and exciting game of the of the NFL divisional round, going up against that, maybe that wasn't the best idea from just economics perspective. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, is she not here? I guess the dojo or the living room. Sure, I'm asking because she's not here. Tosaka is serious. And I instantly realized what that means. Don't tell me she hasn't come back yet? Shiro, what do you mean she hasn't come back yet? Tosaka runs out of the room after me. There's no time to explain. I ignore Tosaka's yelling behind me and I rush outside. The town is quiet. Just like yesterday, there was absolutely nobody around. I don't have the patience to think about how odd that is. Saber hasn't come home yet. I actually don't blame her. We had a huge argument. She said she was going to fight alone. Knowing her, she'd do it too. Saber's nowhere to be found. If I can't find her, that might mean she's actually fighting Lancer, the final servant as we speak. But I head straight to one more place. Sorry about that. Don't know what came over me there. The air near the river is cold. The night is chilly, and when I passed the park, it was so cold the entire place felt like it was covered in frost. My cheeks and ears sting with the cold, and my breath mists white. If it's that cold in the park, I can't imagine how absolutely freezing it's going to be on the bridge, with the wind blowing up from the river. There I see her. She's still here? That's so sad. Oh, save her. She's right where she'd been standing when I ran away. Saber leans on the rail and just gazes out over the water. Maybe she's following the sun, which has long set. She's staring off into the distance, her eyes fixed on a red horizon that's long since vanished. Speaking of the sun, anyone else think it's kind of... Well, actually, I saw that apparently some flat earthers went to the South Pole apparently recently. Which was funny, of course. Again, I mean, most things that flat earthers do is funny and sort of like a farce. But anyways, though, isn't it sort of like trippy when you really think about it? Just like, if it's nighttime, it's nighttime because the sun is like on the, hidden by the earth itself, which means technically, right? So like Minecraft, if you do like a Minecraft world, or this could be out of date, but I seem to recall if you do like a Minecraft world where I think the way the skyboxes work in Minecraft, it's like a cylinder that's like always like circling. So when the moon is up, the sun is actually technically like I think on the bottom of the skybox. Like if you didn't have like ground beneath you, you'd see the sun below. I think that's how it works, or at least I think that's how it used to work. Which is funny. It's like, haha, that's so silly. Technically, that's how it works in real life too, right? Technically, there is a certain point in the night where the sun is actually directly below you, which is interesting to think about. I guess it's not literally below you in the sense that like below only really like works in terms of kind of a single point of reference, right? Because below is dictated by gravity, which is dictated by the Earth's pull. So once you leave the context of Earth, the concept kind of loses its relevancy. But if you'd find below is just like take the direction gravity is currently pulling you and then just make a straight line infinitely in that direction, there's a certain point in the night where the sun is directly below you, which is kind of weird to think about. Anyway, I don't know. Like, it's the logical consequence of how the universe works, but also, like, it's one of those things, if you, like, worded it weirdly enough, it kind of sounds sort of strange. Anyways, and that's when I realize Saber's strong, but she's weak, too. Her dignified appearance is just her way of trying to prove she can get by without anyone's help. But at the same time, she's so fragile, she might slip through my fingers if I reach for her. She can't do things alone, but she'll probably keep that front up till the very end. So, just like me, she'd been staring up at the unreachable stars. All she does is look at the setting sun as if it's all she knows how to do. I can't leave her alone. If our argument needs a loser, then it's unquestionably me. It's led to me swearing never to let her make that face again. I step out onto the bridge. Saber doesn't seem to hear my footsteps. I approach without a word and lean on the rail next to Saber. Saber, you're going to catch a cold out here. She jumps in surprise. Saber finally notices me. Shiro? She turns toward me. What are you doing out here at this hour? You didn't come home, just like I was worried. I see. I feel bad about that. It's fine, but why are you here? Well, it was at least easy to find you since you stayed in the same place. Yes, I'm still here because I've not yet decided where to go. You told me to do whatever I wanted to do, so I'm trying to think of what I want to do. But I can't think of what I should do, or go where I wish to go, so I've been trying to determine where to go. Oh. That's, I don't know, that's, maybe it's the music getting through, that's such a sad way of putting it. She sounds like a lost child. Saber doesn't look in my eyes as she speaks. Maybe she feels guilty? Maybe she does, after the fight we had. I can't blame her for thinking I must be angry. I'm sorry. Please tell Rin I am in her debt. I return to you once I have defeated Lancer and obtained the Holy Grail, so until then. Is she saying that she intended to wander around alone without anywhere to go home to? Idiots. What are you talking about? You have my place to come home to. There's food and a bed for you there. But you said that you do not care what I do any longer. Yeah, I have no idea what you're going to do next. I say that. And I take her hand. Let's go home. You being a servant doesn't mean you won't catch a cold if you stay out in the cold for so long. Come on, let's get home and eat something warm. Oh. But I... And I'm going to say this, but I'm not going to apologize. That was a very cute Saber sprite. I don't know. Like, the way her eyes sort of lit up there, like, it was very nice. If you have any complaints, tell me now. I'm crude about it, but I try to avoid her gaze. She stares at me, confused. Saber looks like she wants to apologize, but I ignore her. Maybe that works in my favor? She doesn't say anything, she just follows me in silence, holding my hand. We head across the bridge and into the park. It's 11 o'clock. There's nobody in the park, but it's packed with plenty of decorations like fountains and streetlights. I walk briskly. Saber's steps are sluggish. She stood on that bridge for more than 5 hours. She must be freezing and tired. When I tug on her hand, she occasionally stumbles like she's about to fall down. Saber, do you want me to walk slower? You don't seem well. I turn toward her as I speak. No, I'm fine. But well, not that Rin's words matter to me, but if you hold my hand like this, really does make me think we are on some sort of tryst. And just like that, my face turns bright hot red. I guess. Should I let your hand go? That is if you don't like it. I was not expecting that blinking. Saber! Saber! Blink several times if you want to keep holding my hand. I feel like that should be like a meme or GIF template. Like that's just too good. I've got to save that. It's just because like it's like animation basically, yeah. Which when you're in a non-animated environment like a visual novel, it catches you off guard. No, this is fine. Your hand is very warm and comforting. And there our conversation ends. I resume heading home just to cover my embarrassment. Saber follows in silence. I'm not even sure how much farther it is to the house. A little embarrassed by the warmth of our clasped hands, we both leave the park. A lot's happened today. But if we're ending the day with warmth like this, hell, I'll change religions and thank the priest who, indirect as he may be, allowed this moment to happen. Of course, the second I think that... Where are you going? Boy, do not think to take what is mine. We run into someone we never should have. The elation I'd felt vanishes, and my mind goes blank. Goosebumps cover my body, and I realize I've forgotten how to breathe. Saber's standing behind me, probably feels the same. She grips my hand tightly in her own, the same way I feel a sense of impending death. Saber feels the inevitable despair. Your wait is over, Saber.